Ever wondered what it takes to get your money matters sorted with one of Australia's big banks? Specifically, what documents do you actually need to open an account with Westpac? It can feel a bit like a mystery sometimes, right? You just want to set up your banking, but suddenly you're facing a checklist of papers. Well, you're not alone. Many people find this confusing, whether you're a new arrival to Australia, a student, or just looking to switch banks. The good news is, while there are requirements, they're pretty standard across the board for financial institutions. Banks like Westpac need to confirm who you are for security and regulatory reasons. Think of it as keeping your money safe and preventing fraud. This process is often called Know Your Customer, KYC. So, let's break down exactly what Westpac usually asks for to get you set up. The essentials, what Westpac needs to know. Before we dive into the specific documents, it's helpful to understand what core information Westpac will need to verify about you. This typically includes your full name, pretty straightforward, but it needs to match your official ID. Date of birth, to confirm you're of legal age to open an account. Residential address, they need a physical address, not just a P.O. box. Occupation, what you do for a living. Signature, for verification purposes. Citizenship/nationality, your country of citizenship. Tax identification number, TIN. This is usually your tax file number, TFN, if you're in Australia. Source of income and wealth, where your money comes from and how you accumulated your wealth. This is standard for financial transparency. Your identification, the key documents. Now, onto the documents themselves. Westpac generally follows a points-based system or requires a combination of primary and secondary identification. The goal is to get enough verifiable information to confidently identify you. Option 1. Primary photographic identification. The easiest way to satisfy the ID requirements is often by providing one primary photographic identification document. These are typically government-issued IDs that include your photo and full name. Great examples include Australian passport, valid or expired within the last 2 years, as long as it's not cancelled or defaced. Foreign passport, issued by a foreign government or the UN. Australian driver's license or learner's permit, must have your photo and full name. Foreign driver's license with photo, needs to clearly show your full name and photo. Australian proof of age card, issued by a state or territory. National identity card, issued by a foreign government or the UN, containing a signature or unique identifier. Option 2. Primary non-photographic and secondary identification. If you don't have a primary photographic ID, you'll generally need to provide one primary non-photographic document and one secondary identification document. At least one of these documents must contain your date of birth. Primary non-photographic documents include Australian or foreign birth certificate, a full birth certificate or extract. Australian citizenship certificate, or a citizenship certificate issued by a foreign government. Centrelink pension card, Australian a social security benefit card. Secondary identification documents include Medicare card, your Australian health insurance card. Australian Taxation Office, ATO, notice, issued within the last 12 months, showing your name and residential address. Utilities notice, such as an electricity, gas, or water bill issued by a local government or utility provider within the last 3 months, with your name and residential address. Current tenancy or lease agreement, a valid agreement showing your name and address. Australian marriage certificate, issued by a state/territory registry of births, deaths, and marriages, if your name has changed. Student identification card, issued by an Australian higher education institution, with a photo and signature. Important notes for all documents. All documents should be current unless otherwise specified, like a recently expired passport. They must be original documents, or certified copies if you're not presenting them in person. A certified copy means it's been verified as a true copy of the original by an authorized person, like a justice of the peace. If your documents are not in English, they'll need to be accompanied by an English translation prepared by an accredited translator. Opening your account, online versus In-branch. Westpac offers the flexibility to open some accounts online, particularly their Westpac Choice Everyday Transaction account. However, even if you start online, you might still need to visit a branch to complete your identity verification, especially if the online system can't fully match your details. If you're new to Australia, you'll also need a valid visa and may be required to visit a branch for an ID check. With all that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.